Yeah, where'd you send it? Where'd you send it at?
IG.
Coming up, we've
Oh,
got
okay,
what
okay.
should prove to be a good one.
I didn't get a
Between the
message.
New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm Cap.
Terry, please.
Greg Zerline
Bro, here you
will
go.
handle the honors to
You
get us
fucking go.
started. And off we go from
Like, you were correct.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
That is a nice view, but I'm not on God of War. Okay. Nah, that do look like a good time to the safety level snap.
And you scrapped in.
As you would say.
You can't beat that. You scrapped in.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be.
Oh my God.
In this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was
South
going to
Carolina.
work. Kind of like if you try to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into
You don't know nothing about Terrell, bro.
Squeak, Steve.
From the 27, Lock.
Alright, Sykes, enforcing it now, brother. Had it in the first
A
half.
gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
such a tough position.
They could try to think of any S word and shit.
Second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
It's all a stretch until we actually have him say the
That's
word.
a scratch. You mean?
He'll get this out wide to Penny and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As long as you don't say scrimps, I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
You know he says that on the daily. Like,
They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes
Oh my God, I have
yes,
nothing.
but they could certainly use a win.
How do you say that? How do you say that? Food.
Between a losing stretch and a losing streak.
See, he's alright. I hate motherfuckers that say scrimps.
And now you're looking at going 4 games without a win. Things can start
Yeah,
compounding.
that shit fries me to the max.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Nah, it's this dude in my unit. He has a fucking mush mouth and it pisses me off. He's not even country. I just don't know what the fuck he be saying. Hey, we be like in high stress situations, so it's annoying.
On 2nd and 11 now.
He turned right. I'd be like, bro, what are you saying?
Here by Tyler Lockett. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And this will wind up.
I know
It's
you
annoying as fuck.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4.
Yo, P.
Might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here.
Yo, P.
Third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe
Wood just got in here if you trying to play it.
Let him throw the ball downfield.
I thought you had to play him.
It because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Damn.
He's got his tight end fan. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it.
Keep that nigga, cuz.
A lock-finding fan for the Seahawk first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know
Maybe that'll keep P awake, though.
And not 3.
Absolutely, it's one of the better
He
coaches in the league.
better wait.
Bro, this man, Sam Howell, is ass.
I'll play Wood because P can't play him sleep. He gonna lose.
Right now, he's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Kirby's a troll. That was Kirby.
So it's 2nd and
That one was
They
Kirby.
certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw.
I knew it was.
That last play stopped after a
Nah,
very
yeah,
short
nah,
gain.
Terry got more of
Abandon the run total.
the baritone.
Pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback, makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Lock flush to his right.
How have I not gotten a breakout game with Percy Butler, bro? That's really priming.
Interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket,
Hey, Wood, you trying to run it, bro?
Run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
That's crazy. He showed up. As soon as I started my
Shotgun
my
snap to
career.
Lock.
Now you ducking, bro.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down.
No, I'm about to load up, bro.
This defense has certainly played
Get
well
up
so
there,
far in this game, and the
that way
coverage has
you only
been
got to
tight
focus on
on
your
just about
important
every
game.
throw.
The P.
Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Basically, you win that because you and Dion split or you swept them.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away.
Say what you just, man.
This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55
As you should.
yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Seahawks grab a 3-yard lead. Probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So it's all on Josh.
Don't you know now?
I don't know. What you think, Ghost? Chief Joseph or Josh?
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30.
That's going to be the game, yeah, he's going to surprise you. Everybody counting him out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Yes.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let
Josh,
your big horse charge up the middle. Not too
he
fancy
got in.
there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around,
Wood, you loaded up?
Said what?
I said I'll send it if you're ready.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second
Productive
down
for the
up.
community.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not
Don't call us the community, nigga. That's disrespectful.
Or setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run.
Nah, man, we lost,
now.
bro.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
We poured to Miami. God damn it, I wasn't
Play
paying
action.
attention.
It's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzoma. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the
Only thing that nigga
Seahawks
can throw is that pussy
29-yard
around.
line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Pretty
Too
solid
much.
opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't
He
have so
getting used
far
like a
is
slut.
points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
First of all, that's not me.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Second of all, making fun of the man with a serious allergy problem is a low blow.
They're going to run a little pop pass here.
I sent it.
Quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but the defense was right.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play.
That's low even for you, Kerby.
Yeah, I sent it, Wood.
They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now it's Wilson. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's what I want. I wanna rap. That was a terrible game.
They'll run with Hall. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more.
You got the invite?
They brought in on that play.
No.
Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to rush it home. And he goes back.
Who the Titans are one, dude? They lost Jeffrey Simmons for 9 weeks going by, so that's tough.
That's Jamal.
And Y&B?
Oh, Y&B.
All the way downfield, and now they stiff it. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet,
make sure you watch it before D. Smith get back in here.
Oh, Terry lost the time.
Offensive struggles of this team, and what will they do this offseason? What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball is even snapped. Great job of scouting to the game.
I don't know, you guys might, but now it's just you and they showing game, and
that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
and
Sean Davis with a pick,
two other games.
and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
I went out. I still got a chance at the play.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I'm in the other two. I just got 2 games for the division coming up, week 18.
And the lead is now 10-3.
I beat Matt, I win. I beat Jamon, I win.
The touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Who's that? There he goes. Set my force against the Texans whenever you get it. I don't need no D. Smith mistakes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback.
This one's on you, too.
After throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want to make a pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Wilson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Locke. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Vikings, Packers, and
on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. There's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Stakes. I'm about to call you real quick and just talk so I can see if I can hear you. I think my phone's smacked.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo.
Defense had other ideas, and they're trying to
Can you hear me?
stand before this drive reaches the end
All
zone.
right.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fans do love the running ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Locke. He lets it fly from Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
A final shot before half for Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Hall again, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Play action. Now Wilson looking for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They look to throw. It's Locke.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Again, Wilson will keep it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage over back at the 36. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
sticking with Walker on second down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Block now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw.
What up, Seth?
Escaping the pressure.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
At the 39-yard line.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Lock going to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw it is Lock. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They're going to try and run. But he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell it into their chances as this stays a 3-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. 78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation. Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ball again.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and I think the game balls need to be distributed.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose. In a race I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise.